Good evening. Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spellsword, Dunmer, Eternal Champion, former head of the Blades in Vardenfell, Hortator of the Great Houses, Nerevarine, Champion of Cyrodiil, Finest Courier of Tamriel, Chosen of Sheogorath, and I believe we're advancing the main plot. But let me just double check where we're at.
The cold flame of Agnon. Sheogorath wants me to relight the great torch of New Sheoth. I need to go to the ruins of Cylarn, kindle the flame of Agnon there, and return with its holy fire. Sheogorath warned me that the golden saints and dark seducers who guard the shrine often fight each other, and so I should proceed cautiously.
Other options: Museum of Oddities, Antipodean Hammer. This would be for an amber matrix, I believe. Let me just double check. Where did I get the idea of an amber matrix? Well, I guess madness or... yeah, there was something to make me think that there wasn't a way of enchanting. Anyways. Still need to find the flawless pearls. This is in the museum, so I might have to steal them if it comes to that. Alright. So we will work on the cold flame of Agnon. I am recording this late again, so sleep is gonna be a problem, but I'm gonna do my best to do a full-length episode, because I know, unfortunately, just the time I've been recording these things has definitely caused me more than a little grief. And I'm trying not to pick the pocket of Elder Scrolls too much.
Once I've perfected my act, I'll be the toast of the realm. Goodbye.
Right, so this is going to be a bit of a walk. The good news, though, is that it seems to just follow the regular path, so I wouldn't expect too much trouble. And if there is, it shouldn't be something that we haven't handled before. Plus, I mean, this really is a very beautiful DLC. I do like the look of Oblivion overall. Well, I mean, in fairness, this is modded, so I don't know how much of this was in the base game, but this really got my attention. Actually, I wonder if taking care of the summons is going to help me. Yes, it does. Oops. A little premature. Figure I can go for a bit of mysticism. So I'm just pausing for some, well, not pausing, but I just need a little bit of tea, so the angle's gonna look a bit weird. So I'm assuming that's just, this is the object I see to my right. It is tempting to check it out, but I have a feeling I'm gonna get stuck. I think probably I would be a little more willing to go on these little side adventures if I knew it would more reliably produce any matrices I can use with amber. I've been calling them amber matrices, but I don't know if that's what I should be looking for. Oh, this is going to be invisible. Nope. So I was wrong about the invisible. Yeah, but I mean, assuming that it's some variation on amber matrix. If it's called a madness matrix, it's not called amber ore. But in any case, if I could find a more reliable way of getting those, I might be more willing to go on the side quest, because of course I now actually have gear that is an improvement that I can go searching for. But unlike the usual problem I run into, which is that I just didn't really have anything to entice me to do certain actions on Cyrodiil. Now I want to pursue something, but I don't know the best way to get it. So it's sort of because I've had a lack of the reward, I'm necessarily going to be exploring some of the other unknown areas unless I sort of know it's worth it. Oh boy. How on earth am I gonna find my weapon here? Are you kidding me? I have to reset. Ah!
Speak quickly, mortal.
That's kind of irritating that I get it knocked out of my hand and I have to recharge it. Oh well.
I've arrived at the ruins of Xylarn. I will need to speak to the commanders of the Golden Saints and Dark Seducers to find out how to light the flame of Agnon.
How may I serve? Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Xylarn.
Stand aside. Sheogorath sent me.
My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnon.
I need to light the flame of Agnon.
Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazal would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
I should speak to Cannith, the Golden State Commander, about kindling the flame of Agnon. Oh, sorry, the proper order. I've arrived at the ruins of Cylorn. I will need to speak to the commanders of the Golden Saints and Dark Seducers to find out how to light the flame of Agnon. I spoke to a Golden Saint regarding the ruins of Cylorn. She told me that the flame of Agnon can only be lit by the Dark Seducers or Golden Saints at the two altars that feed the flame, the altars of Rapture and Despair. I need to help one side or the other take control of both altars so that they will light the flame for me. I should speak with Kenneth, the Golden Saint commander, about kindling the flame of Agnon.
My scouts reported no signs of the Maskin in the Underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armaz, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
I overheard two Golden Saint officers arguing about the best way to attack the Dark Seducers. Lieutenant Miril mentioned something about the Underkeep, a secret side passage leading to the Dark Seducer altar. I should find out more about this passage from Miril.
Cylon shall be ours. Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Maskin out of Cylon?
Tell me about the flame of Agnon first.
The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of Rapture and Despair, within the shrine itself. I'm sure that Armazul Kana will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the altar of Despair.
Tell me about Kenna.
She commands the Oriels here at Cylon. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Brellock to end this stalemate once and for all.
Where's Brellock?
Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles.
Tell me more about the Oriels.
That's what we call ourselves. The most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath.
And the Maskin.
The treacherous ones. The dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud.
Tell me about the Altar of Despair.
Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Cylon, which is controlled by the Maskin. The Maskin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it.
So you'll give them access to the Altar of Rapture, right?
It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service?
Tell me about the Underdeep.
My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armazul Kana wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Maskin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kana would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat.
Why won't Kenna listen?
She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Maskin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Maskin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Kana see that. For Sheogorath's glory.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside.
Sheogorath sent me. I need your help.
My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Maskin scum from Cylon. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us.
Tell me about the Flame of Agnon.
Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Maskin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Maskin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnon for my lord Sheogorath.
Tell me more about the flame.
The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars. Once we capture the Altar of Despair from the Mazkin, it will be my great honor to light the flame for Lord Sheogorath.
What are your battle plans?
The only way to assault the Altar of Despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Mazkin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the Altar of Despair and drive the Mazkin out of Sylarn once and for all?
What about the Underdeep?
Ah, Miral's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Mazkin had prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play. Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin and take control of the Altar of Despair?
I'll scout the Dark Seducer position.
That's an excellent idea. They cannot refuse entry to an emissary of Lord Sheogorath. Return at once when you have their deployments. This could make all the difference. For Sheogorath's glory.
Mirel, the Golden Saint Lieutenant, told me that his scouts have recently discovered a side passage leading to the Altar of Despair through the Underdeep. He believes an attack down this route will take the Dark Seducers by surprise. I should scout the Dark Seducer deployments in both the side passage and the main passage to find out if Mirel is right. I spoke with Kane, the commander of the Golden Saints in Sylarn. She is preparing an assault to assault the altar controlled by the Dark Seducers, and believes that with my help they could finally drive the Seducers out of Sylarn. Once she controls both altars, she will be glad to light the flame of Agnon for me. I told Kane that I would scout the Dark Seducer positions and report back to her. I should check their deployments in both the main passage and the Underdeep, so that I can recommend the best way to assault the Altar of Despair.
If you can just give me a second here. I'm going to pause for a little bit more tea.
The Ariels will soon pay for their arrogance. What is it, emissary?
What can you tell me about the Altar of Rapture?
The counterpart to the Altar of Despair. Rapture is currently held by the Ariels in their complacency, but that will soon change.
Tell me more about the Oriels.
Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm.
And yourselves, the Mazkin.
You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Mazkin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants.
And the Flame of Agnon.
The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, the Ariels hold rapture for now. You should speak to the Grakedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Sylarn of the arrogant Ariels once and for all.
Tell me more about Ulfri.
She is the Grakedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Sylarn. She has never yet been defeated by the Orioles, despite their strength. For Sheogorath's glory. What is it, emissary?
Can you tell me about the Altar of Despair?
We hold the Altar of Despair, here within the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon the fate of all things mortal. For Sheogorath's glory. A mortal wandering the halls of Holy Sylarn, and a male no less. Explain yourself.
I was here for the bachelorette party. I'm here on Sheogorath's business.
Then I am at your service. The Grakedric Ulfri commands here. You will wish to speak to her at once, no doubt. For
I should speak with Ulfri. I should speak with Ulfri, the Dark Seducer commander, about kindling the flame of Agnon.
Sheogorath's glory.
The main passage leading to the Altar of Despair is strongly defended by the Dark Seducers. I should scout the Underkeep to see if it might provide an easier attack route.
How may I serve? Begone, mortal, or you will soon find yourself between the Mazkin and their prey. A most dangerous place to be.
Your prey?
We are preparing to wipe out the arrogant Ariels once and for all. Once they break themselves on our defenses, Sylarn will be ours, a gift for our Lord Sheogorath.
I need to light the flames of Agnon.
Then you have arrived just in time to help us defend the Altar of Despair. Once the strength of the Ariels is shattered, I will be honored to light the flame as my Lord Sheogorath commands.
Tell me more about the flame.
The two altars, Blessed Despair and Holy Rapture, feed the great flame of Agnon above us. Only Sheogorath's immortal servants can kindle the altars, and I am at my lord's command, but I only hold Despair for the moment. The Ariels hold Rapture and are massing to attack us, but never fear, they are no match for us. Once their main force is destroyed, with your help, we can easily take Rapture from the few survivors. Then I will gladly kindle the flame for you.
Tell me about your battle plans.
We are expecting the Orioles to attack any moment. They'll come down the main passage from the Altar of Rapture. They always do. They are overconfident as usual. We have prepared many traps and ambushes. It will be a glorious slaughter. Once the Orioles are destroyed, I will light the flame of Agnon for you. Will you help us defend the Altar of Despair?
I don't want to get involved.
As you wish. But I advise you to join the winning side if you really want the flame relit. The Orioles will never drive us from Sylarn.
Both commanders have promised to light the flame of Agnon for me if I help them defeat their rivals. Now I need to decide which side I will help and how.
Hail.
just want to find flawless pearls.
The Dark Seducers are defending the main passage to the Altar of Despair in strength. The Underkeep, by contrast, appears to be only lightly defended. This information might convince Kane to attack through the Underkeep.
The altar of rapture will be ours.
My soul for Sheogorath. For Sheogorath's glory.
Greetings, emissary. We await your command. Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin and take control of the Altar of Despair?
Yes, but we use the Underkeep.
Are all males so obstinate? Have I not already told you that I consider that route too risky? What makes you think you can persuade me when my own lieutenant cannot?
The Underkeep is lightly defended.
You've seen this with your own eyes? I must be sure it isn't a trap if I'm to take such a risk.
It isn't a trap.
Meryl was very convincing as well. Very well, we'll risk it. The Underdeep it is. May Sheogorath's divine madness possess us today.
My report that the Underdeep was lightly defended convinced Kane that this was the better attack route. I need to help the Golden Saints get through the Underdeep before the Dark Seducers realize what is happening.
Down with the Mazkin, for Sheogorath's glory! For the Mad God!
Wait, so... They just did that to be a jerk, I guess.
To the Mazkin, for the glory of Sheogorath! Comrades, beware! Eta Oriole! For Sheogorath! Kill the Mazkin! For Sheogorath! Eta Oriole! For Sheogorath! For the Saint! Eta Oriole! For Sheogorath! Kneel before the Saint! For the Mad God! Eta! For the Mad God! Kneel before the Saint! For the Mad God!
Oh, come on!
For the...
So the game insists that if I defend myself like this, they'll eventually stop.
Kneel before the Saints!
This is idiotic. So I think I'm gonna have to save after every engagement just to stop that from happening. Like, I don't exactly want to be a passive observer to the game I'm playing, so...
My soul for Sheogora.
Oh, that's just reset my... Where's my sword? So this is considerably more difficult than I thought, but not... probably not for the reasons intended. So I've had one... Oh, here we go. So, lesser version. I mean, it's a neat idea to be able to take part in this fight, but the practicality of actually participating is a challenge.
Dark Seducer Commander is dead. I should finish off the remaining Dark Seducers in Sylarn to complete the Golden Saints victory. The Dark Seducers in Sylarn have been utterly destroyed. I should speak with Kane about lighting the flame of Agnon now that her forces control both of the altars.
Victory is ours. I have already selected a candidate for the honor of kindling the Altar of Rapture. I will now claim the honor of victory for myself, here on the Altar of Despair.
What are you going to do?
The altars can only be kindled by the willing sacrifice of a Mazkin or an Oriole. It is my great honor to release my soul to Oblivion in service to Lord Sheogorath. Farewell. I will not walk these lands for many a year.
Kenneth thanked me for my help in securing Sylarn for the Golden Saints. She is now heading for the Altar of Despair, where she says she will sacrifice herself to kindle the flame of Agnon. I should accompany her to see what happens. Kane sacrificed herself on the altar of despair in order to light the flame of Agnon. I can now retrieve the flame from the courtyard and bring it back to New Sheoth as Sheogorath commanded.
Excuse me. Just go back the way we came in. Is that right? All right, well.
Speak quickly.
No, thank you. Fair enough.
Go.
I stepped into the flame of Agnon and am now ablaze with the holy fire. I should return to New Sheoth and light the great torch in the Skellim, Sekellim Ardensul.
I guess it's not any faster to go one way or the other. like to do the fight, but I'd like to get to New Sheoth even more. Ah, alright. I hope it auto-saved out of the, It did, so I still need to get the flame, but... I'm a fire, I'm a fire, I'm a fire, I'm a fire, I'm a fire. Just in case. Normally it doesn't. Every once in a while it will crash at the same spot, but that's more rare than just sort of the arbitrary crashes. Well, I wanted to leave it alone. I thought it said save 36. I'm like, what happened to the others? The real question is how many of those saves are precautionary for crashes and how many of them are ones I would actually want to do. I am mildly curious where this is in relation to everything else. So, for instance, I'm fairly certain the Shivering Isles are not on Nirn. But it's hard to see this as Oblivion either. I'm sure there's a book somewhere that will explain it.
Speak quickly, mortal.
You've brought it. The holy flame of Agnon. The fire of inspiration and rapture. If you light the great torch on the Mania side of the Sicilian, you will be a hero to the people of bliss, I assure you.
I'll light the great torch for you.
I knew I saw the glint of true mania in your eyes, my child. Go now and let the holy flame inspire the people of bliss to new heights of madness.
I'm disappointed in your choice. You'll find mania to be a fickle friend. Take care.
I should report to Sheogorath that I have lit the great torch as he requested.
Hello.
You're talking to me, and I don't like you. Goodbye.
Aren't you off to a good start? That's important. For me. Really, your work is going to save me a lot of time.
Save you time.
The Grey March is upon us, and the ordering begins. Armies of order, sweep my realm! Death! Destruction! Then I have to pick up the pieces. And there are always lots of pieces. I don't like it, having to rebuild my realm every era. Sometimes I forget where things go, like New Sheoth. I can never remember where it belongs. You'll change that. Break the cycle. You'll stop Jiggalag, and I'll have my realm to come back to. I've never actually tried that before.
I can stop the Grey March.
Why not? Something has to work! Once, I dug a pit and filled it with clouds. Or was it clowns? It doesn't matter, it didn't slow him down. To be honest, it wasn't the best idea. And it really began to smell! Must have been clowns. Clouds don't smell bad. They taste of butter. And tears. But this is all new! A fresh idea! Something I hadn't thought of. Until I did. It's sure to work, even though it might not.
What now?
Now? You'll need the respect of my citizens. They'll need a leader, someone to look up to when I'm gone. They're the backbone of any great land. Except where their backbone is an actual backbone. Ever been to Malakoth's realm? Oh, nasty stuff. But back to the business at hand. You'll need to control one of the Courts of Madness. Replace a current duke, or duchess, whichever. That will command respect. The people will rally around you. You'll have their love, their admiration, their complaints, whatever, as long as it keeps them on our side.
I don't know if you can see this blue square on the screen. I'm not quite sure when it showed up. I hope it's not on the video, but I'll deal with it as soon as I'm done talking to Sheogorath. Won't the Dukes be displeased?
No. No. Absolutely not. Well, yes, absolutely. Bit of a shame for them. But sometimes you need to break a few eggs. Or skulls. There are rules, though, even in the Isles. Rituals and rules. You need to follow them. Speak to Arctis and Dervenin, the High Priest at the Seselim Arden Sul. They can explain what needs to be done. And you've always got our man Haskell to call on for help. Faithful, like a good hound, that one. And he looks better in a suit.
Tell me more about the Grey March.
It's already started, but you might be able to stop it. We're making you into a leader the people can trust. Someone to look up to. Someone to blame! Once I'm gone, things usually get bad quickly. Lots of defections, lots of carnage, but with you at the helm, things will be different.
And Jiggalag.
This time, I'll beat him! I can't stand losing, and I don't mind cheating. Come visit again, or I'll look out your eyes!
Receive the blessing of Arden Sul.
Another sheep returns to the flock. I'm disappointed in your choice. You'll find Mania to be a fickle friend.
Tell me about replacing a Duke.
Interesting. Not many wish to hear about such things, but I would be glad to oblige. Becoming the Duke of Dementia requires passage through the ritual of accession. Specific guidelines set forth by Arden Sul himself. Pleasure and pain be with you.
The great torch shines with the pure light of Mania. You chose well. In accordance with the ancient tradition, receive now the raiment of Arden Sul in honor of your mighty deed in service to Mania.
Can you tell me about replacing the Duke of Mania?
Yes, how we would all aspire to be as great a leader as the first, our savior, Arden Sul, the greatest Duke of the Ages. We celebrate him with the ritual of accession, the path to maniac bliss.
Tell me about the ritual.
An important part of our history, my friend. I would be glad to tell the tale if you have a moment.
Describe the ritual's history.
Arden Sul was perhaps the greatest duke to walk our land. Many years ago, he decided to hold a night of absolute indulgence, resplendent with dance, wine, and sex, to celebrate his fondness for his brethren. The green moat flowed like water in a stream as the revelers voraciously succumbed to its rapturous ways.
This hardly sounds lethal.
Ah, but it was. As the bacchanal reached a crescendo, the people began to clutch their chests as their very hearts exploded. The green moat had taken its toll. The ground stained a deep crimson as the sanguine liquid flowed from their lifeless bodies. To represent that night, when the ruler of Mania is to be replaced, he partakes of the green moat and allows his lifeblood to flow upon the altar.
Tell me what to do.
Certainly. When the ruler of Mania has decided it is time, he will choose a successor from his court. The successor is invited to a huge celebration, a night of hedonistic revelry, wine, song, and of course, green moat. During this, the exiting regent imbibes 3 doses of the potent drug. This causes his heart to burst, and his lifeblood flows from his body. The successor then gathers the drug-tainted blood and brings it to the altar of Arden Sul in the Sacellum. Once this is done, I will proclaim the successor a duke or duchess. Then Sheogorath gives his blessing, and the cycle is completed.
I've spoken to Dervenin, the High Priest of Mania. The ritual of accession for Mania requires the current ruler to commit suicide by taking 3 doses of green moat, which is lethal. Then his drug-tainted blood must be brought to the altar of Arden Sul at the Sacellum. I should now speak to Arctis to learn of Dementia's ritual.
I'm disappointed in your choice. You'll find Mania to be a fickle friend.
Tell me more about Arden Sul.
Blasphemy! Never utter the name of the Dark Deceiver lightly. Though his body is beyond oblivion, his soul encircles us, always watching, waiting to pounce with lethal aplomb. He is the bringer of pain and pleasure, the blade that cuts through our sins like a scythe through wheat. Only a true demented can appreciate what it means to render his name.
Tell me about the ritual of accession.
Seldom is the subject ever Wait a moment. Did you want to hear the history of the ritual?
I'd love to hear the Dementia version.
As it happened so many years ago, my lord Arden Sul suspected a traitor in his midst. Not wishing to find himself on the wrong end of a blade, he gathered his flock here in the Sacellum. By poisoning the sacramental wine, Arden Sul was able to suppress any such conspiracy in one fell swoop.
He killed them all?
Yes. He then removed their hearts from their bodies and used his ancient scrying technique known as visceromancy to read their lifeblood. When Arden Sul couldn't divine the traitors' true nature in their hearts, he became distraught and took his own life in the same way. From that day on, the ritual of accession for the throne of Dementia was set.
Tell me what to do.
Very well. Spoken like a true son of the Demented. To become the ruler of Dementia, the current leader's heart must be cut out and brought to the altar of Arden Sul in the Sacellum. Once this is done, I can pronounce the heart-bearer a duke or duchess. Then, all that is required is the blessing of our lord, Sheogorath.
I've spoken with Arctus, High Priest of Dementia. The ritual of accession for Dementia is simple. Syl would have to be slain by the proposed successor, and her heart brought to the altar of Arden Sul at the Sacellum. After I decide which ritual to undertake, I should return to Sheogorath and inform him of my choice.
You're back! How nice for you! Does that mean you've made a decision? Or are you lost? Suicidal? Just let me know.
I've come to a decision.
A friendly word of warning before you choose. Once you've decided which Duke to replace, there's no turning back. One choice. No more. No less. Try not to do something stupid. So which is it? What will it be? Mania? Dementia? The suspense is killing me! Or you, if I have to keep waiting.
Choose Theoden, Duke of Mania.
A safer choice, perhaps. Maybe you'll live through this. Theoden's a bit lost these days. Not that it's a bad thing, it suits him. Until now. Besides, won't it be a grand surprise when you make his heart burst from too much green moat? Theoden loves surprises.
Tell me more about the Grey March.
It'll be in full swing soon. Excited? You shouldn't be. It's the death of all things. But if we can get you into shape, we might stand a chance. You'll lead my forces, inspire my people. Hopefully, everyone won't end up dead.
And Jiggalag?
He'll be here soon, and I'll be gone. Can't say I like the sound of that. I like the sound of other things, though, like birds and bones cracking.
So what about Theoden?
Theoden may be in a constant state of euphoria, but I wouldn't underestimate his intelligence. This is so much fun! We will speak when your task is complete.
I should begin asking around New Sheoth about Theoden's court and learn the best way to get him to overdose on Greenmote without his knowledge.
How may I serve?
Welcome to the House of Mania. Welcome to the House of Mania. Go. Feel free to take what you need. The fruits of the conservatory are for all to enjoy. Go.
I just wanted to talk to make sure that I wasn't going to be penalized for trying to pick that lock.
How can I help you this fine day?
I want to know more about Theodon.
Such a kind and noble man. In times like these, it's good to have a leader who still enjoys all the modern pleasures Mania has to offer.
Pleasures?
Well, yes. Apart from enjoying his painting, reading a good book, or a rousing night of erotic bedroom games. I'm speaking of Greenmote, of course. There is no greater pleasure. If I didn't have such a busy daily routine, I'd likely indulge myself in its pleasures more often.
Tell me more about your daily routine.
Very well. I see little harm in telling you. After a bit of reading in the garden and running my special errand at noon, I like to shop at Books of Bliss. Around 8 p.m. we are served dinner. Gundlar is quite a chef and prepares Théoden's meals personally, adding just a hint of Greenmote. After that, we dance, we sing, or we do whatever else suits my lord's tastes.
Tell me more about the Greenmote.
Greenmote is the refined version of the spores that are harvested from the spore trees that dot Mania. We keep the Greenmote safely tucked inside the Greenmote silo. You can imagine the ruckus if its location was known. Only a select few, such as myself, know the silo's location. However, we are sworn to secrecy.
Know any more about it?
There isn't enough gold or enough jokes in the world that would convince me to tell you where the Greenmote is located.
Fair enough. Anything else you can tell me about Théoden?
Yes, I must attend to him. Speaking to you has already cost me time. I must go.
What can I do for you on this fine, fine day?
And I wish I was like that if people woke me up. Tell me more about Greenmote.
I've heard of such a grand place. Ah, to imagine all that wonderful green moat under one roof. May all your days be filled with enlightenment and mirth.
Again, we cross paths. Take your time. Farewell.
Moida has described to me a bit of her routine. I'll need to find out where she gets Greenmote from and obtain some without being discovered. Wide-Eye mentioned that she does a special errand at noon every day. I should follow her and see where she goes.
So this is going to be a little tricky as far as timing is concerned.
Sylarn is ours at last.
Greetings. I wouldn't be caught dead at sickly Bernice's, though I imagine her customers might.
Stay for a while, and stay away from my wife. You want to stay here for a night, eh? Just for sleeping. You keep to yourself, mind your business, and stay away from my wife. The room is 20 gold for the night. You want to stay or not?
I'll take it.
Good. The room is on the second floor, right across from the stairs. Sleep soundly. See? What do you need?
Do you know where I can find his wife?
Goodbye. Yes, what is it? The best armor in the city is at the missing wall. There's no...
Should give me enough time to find my target.
Hey there, Chief.
Ah, you're the one who lit the great torch for us. Well done.
You hear any rumors?
I've heard that skinned hounds don't like fire. Yes? Yes, whatever you say. Sure, you're full of it. That's a bit excessive, don't you think? Good one. Yes, whatever you say. I'm not buying that one. Whatever you want. Bye.
Mostly just wanted to annoy him.
Silarn is our
That seemed to be the best way to indicate I was talking to his wife.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
Alright, now this strikes me as the kind of thing that's going to cause, or going to have some frustrating triggers. So I'm just going to save here and try and save myself the grief.
Ah, you again. A pleasure, I'm sure. No time for chatter now. I have a few important things to attend to. Or did I? Ah, well.
Speak, sister. Speak, sister.
Ah, crap.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
I followed Wide-Eye to an unremarkable alcove in the palace courtyard. I should watch from this vantage point to see what she does.
Oh my god!
I've observed Wide-Eyed activating the secret entrance to the Greenmote silo. I need to get inside and procure 2 extra doses of the potent drug without getting caught.
So if I just run in... So am I busted if I do this? I'm thinking I helped the wrong faction. I gotta try. Yeah, fair enough. Although I am curious. Ah! So I do think it's a little weird that it's telling, or it's still highlighting,
Halt, lawbreaker. Lord Shale.
Okay, so this is specifically, this seems to be specifically because I'm in the region. I guess there's no way of me determining, well, I'm gonna take a minute here. It's gonna be kind of boring. I'm just gonna sit in the background. Actually, okay. 1, I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna do that. 2, we're gonna wait here for a little bit. I would just go off, but if they walk away, like, what am I gonna do about that? So we're gonna wait for a little bit and see if that does anything, and then, if it doesn't, I'll just try and sneak out on my own. Anyways, be back in a second. Alright, sorry about that. This is 2:51, so I wonder how fast the passage of time is. I mean, it's a round number. I may want to consider maybe trying invisibility. Oh. Sacre bleu.
This area is... Halt, Lord.
Ah!
I
think I might have dodged that one if I didn't get caught on the rock. Okay. So, again, I can try invisibility and such, but I want to see if I can sneak my way through this. Ah! I think it's fair to say I was not expecting that to work, but...
Yes?
What can you tell me about Green Moat?
Stay away from Green Moat. Your enemy will just use it to lull you into a false sense of security before he strikes.
So you feel very strongly about this.
All right. See you later.
I mean, I have the Green Moat, don't I? I forgot to pick it up, didn't I? No, I definitely have a lot of it.
speak quickly.
Huh. So I'm just going to take a quick second and see if there's anything the wiki might have to say about this. I just mostly want to make sure if there's usually a bugs section that it lists. It doesn't seem to say anything about picking it up. Maybe it's the fact that it's the unrefined kind. Because, like, there's this pile here, right? Oh. Yeah. I'm an idiot.
I've obtained 2 doses of green mote. I now need to sneak into Thedon's kitchen sometime before 8 o'clock and attempt to slip an extra dose into his evening meal and into his wine without being seen. Otherwise, try again tomorrow night. Gunlar prepares the meal in the morning, so I will have to wait until the afternoon to poison his food.
So I did try interacting with that pile before, but it seems like I probably wasn't close enough. Uh-oh.
Halt, lawbreaker.
You can see that I really just want to get this done. Oh, come on! I'm caught again, aren't I? Let's hope for the best with this other one. I was indecisive. Just do the same trick as last time. Just hope there isn't someone coming the other way and we'll leg it.
Hello again, my friend.
Well, hi.
Welcome to the House of Mania. Welcome to the Halcyon Conservatory.
I really do not want to have to go through. I guess it's an autosave that would have protected me, but sometimes, so in something like this, it seems like I'm protected. But every once in a while, I'll have somebody who'll sort of come after me for doing something bad. Okay, that doesn't help me. Damn it. I wonder if I drink a potion now. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. Oh, go to hell!
You thought you could escape Lord Sheogorath's justice? Your
So it kinda lets me, but not really.
lawbreaker.
I have no idea how Snake works in this. Like, sometimes it feels like I can be really, really close, and other times it feels like it's, Nyuk, 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 nyuk.
You thought you could...
I'm assuming I just have to, like, reset the quest if I play it through to the end, so that's the biggest reason I'm reloading. I maybe should double check that that's actually what happens, but...
Obtain 2 doses of green mote. I need to sneak into Thaden's kitchen sometime before 8 o'clock and attempt to slip an extra dose into his evening meal and into his wine.
Where's his wine? G point's not gonna count. Ah!
I've slipped an extra dose of green moat into Thaden's meal and Thaden's wine. I should proceed to the dining area at 8 o'clock for the evening feast and watch the effect the green moat overdose has on Thaden.
Should wear this hat more often. Thank goodness I don't have to do that again. Just trying to find a place to have a seat for a little while.
Hello again, my friend.
Well, hello to you too.
Speak quickly, mortal.
Yes.
Heretics are misguided followers of the Ardents.
I think.
Sylarn is ours at last. Thanks.
I've entered the main hall in the House of Mania, and the evening feast is underway. I should watch the effect the green moat overdose has on Thaden.
Oh, my, yes. I feel especially delighted this evening. Perhaps it's time I recited my latest soliloquy. The lady fair, our love is told, with hair as fine as soft spun gold, lips as red as a sun-drenched dawn, skin as soft as a newborn fawn, eyes as blue as a cerulean sea. What? My heart can't breathe. Hail me.
After Théoden rose to deliver an odd soliloquy, he clutched his heart and fell to the ground, dead. I should now collect as much of his tainted blood as possible.
There's no need to mourn. The ritual has begun. Be happy. May all your days be filled.
I never suspected it was Théoden's time, but what's done is done. I honor his choice. I'm sure...
Don't mind me, folks.
I've obtained Théoden's drug-tainted blood. I now need to make my way back to the altar of Arden Sul at the Sicellum.
Again.
Speak quickly, mortal.
Cool.
Tidings and welcome. What else can I help you with on this glorious day? May Arden Sul enrich your mind and guide your heart. Once again has the ritual of accession come full circle. The blood of Théoden has been consumed by Arden Sul's will, and all of Mania welcomes you with open arms. I now declare you Duke of Mania of the Shivering Isles. May your light shine upon all our happiest days.
After touching the altar of Arden Sul, there was a brief flash of light. Dervenin, the High Priest of Mania, has now proclaimed me Duke of Mania. I should speak with Sheogorath about the next step in his plan.
May Arden Sul enrich your mind and guide your heart.
You've done it! The ritual is complete, and you've survived! A shame about Théoden, but it's how he would have wanted it to go. Now, on to other...
Wait, I must speak. The ritual must not be completed.
Syl! You dare interrupt me? Only I interrupt me. Like just then. I'm speaking with someone. We'll talk later. Or not. When is later exactly? Not now, I'm sure of that. Guards! I think Syl forgot how to use the door. Kindly show her out, before I forget myself.
Théoden? Dead? You've done this. It was you all along.
Hold your tongue, little Duchess, or I'll tear it from your mouth.
Replacing Théoden with this outsider? This is how it ends. I should have seen this coming.
Calm yourself, Syl. You're making my teeth itch. You still hold your office? I suggest you see to your duties.
No, I see what's going on. I should have seen it before. You conspire to destroy us all. You're a fool if you think I'll allow this to happen.
Fool? Visionary! Change is in the air, Syl. Breathe it deep. Bathe in its scent. Bottle it up, save some for later.
Order stands at our door. They've taken the fringe. Did you even know? Do you care? And you speak of change.
Change will preserve us. It is the lifeblood of the Isles. It will move mountains. It will mount movements.
No, I can't do this. There has to be a way out. A way to escape.
Then go, Sil. Return to your quarters before I send you back in pieces.
Yes, that's what I'll do. I'll go. The enemy of my enemy orders the key. I'll keep them close.
No! Let her go.
This is not over, Mad God. I give myself to Jiggalag. As a priest of order, I'll be safe. Your empire will crumble before the armies of order.
After informing Sheogorath of my victory, Syl, the Duchess of Dementia, became furious. Before she stormed out of the Selim, she threatened that we hadn't heard the last of her. I should continue speaking to Sheogorath to receive my rewards of office.
Wondering why I let her go, aren't you? I can see it in your face. Mostly in the eyes. I may take those from you when this is done. This has never happened before! The ruler of Dementia turning traitor? Unprecedented! I've seen others defect, but never a duke! Maybe we're onto something here. We'll see how it plays out. It can't be worse than what's happened before.
If you say so.
I do, I did, and I won't say it again. But that's enough about that. You're the ruler of Mania. Oh, just look at you. You're positively beaming. You now have the power to summon golden saints. They've always served the Duke of Mania. I think it's the bright colors. They just love them. And here is the Ring of Lordship, a symbol of your new station. Symbols are important. They carry weight in this realm, and others. You would be well served to remember that.
And the fringe.
She was right about that. I can feel it. In my bones. The little ones. The Grey March has swept the fringe. Aura gathers its forces there as we speak. And I hate when people gather forces in my fringe. You'll need to put an end to that. Stop them. My army should already be there, but I want you to see what you can do to help. If they continue to marshal their forces there, we won't be able to contain them. Make sure they can't.
Alright, what else can you tell me about the Grey March?
It swept the fringe! That's not good! See if you can't hold them off there, because if you can't, everyone is going to die. No pressure.
And the obelisks?
They'll get more and more active as the Grey March continues. If they've already taken the fringe, they must have one there already. I really hate those things. Congratulations!
Angry over Théoden's replacement as the Duke of Mania, Syl has betrayed Sheogorath and joined with the forces of Order. According to Syl, Order has already taken the Fringe. I should travel to the Fringe and investigate her claims.
Alright. Now, I really wanted to go for the full 3 hours on this, but I am exhausted. So this actually seems like a decent enough place to end it. I'm sorry for another short episode, but I will really do my best to try and record something early this week so I'll have a spare as well as my usual recording time. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry that it's been anywhere between an hour to half hour shorter the last little while, but I will do my best to get back on track. Until then, we'll see you next week.